Hi everyone, so it's currently Monday afternoon. We're now on week number 3 of the extension. So I'm going to take you downstairs and show you the situation because the kitchen walls, like the internal kitchen walls, are getting knocked down this week. Tomorrow I think they were supposed to get knocked down today, so we've basically had to like rearrange the kitchen. So things are looking pretty bad downstairs, but I'm gonna take you downstairs and show you that. And then yeah, some of the internal walls were supposed to be getting knocked down today, but the scaffold and everything was coming today as well, and there was a little bit of a delay with that. It was supposed to come first thing, but it didn't come until a little bit later on in the morning. So they've basically just got all of the scaffold up, and then I think the builder's been, and they've basically just been like passing all of the bricks up so that they can obviously start like, well, just continue with the bricks like further up. So yeah, I'll show you downstairs because it's just so bad and then take you outside again, show you the updates of today. And then yeah, I think this week will probably get quite like intense with them knocking down some of the internal kitchen walls, but it's all going well. So let's go downstairs. So this is how things are looking at the moment. So we've moved the dining table from sort of the centre of this room. It's under here somewhere, you can see it. So we've sort of got the dining table just behind this chair. I've moved this like sofa forward a little bit, and we've just got literally the biggest mixture of things. So we've got some like actual food and like kitchen things, and then we've got our oven under here, and that's gone now. We're not going to have an oven for quite some time. And yeah, just a mixture of all sorts really, but we've tried to keep everything as far down this room as possible because obviously this back wall will be coming out eventually. I don't know when that'll be, but that'll be getting knocked down. So I wanted to avoid like piling everything up right in front of this wall because we're just going to cause more work for ourselves. But yeah, this is the state of our living room at the moment. And then the kitchen is looking like this. So I think I explained this in the previous video, but this sort of like a bit that sticks out on the wall here, they're gonna basically just put a temporary stud wall in there. So it's only sort of this wall here and then all of this wall that's getting knocked down. The window and everything will still be in place for now, and yeah, we'll basically just have like a much smaller section of kitchen for, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe. So that's why obviously lots of things have had to be moved, because we've now got our fridge and this little freezer over here. They obviously were originally here, so yeah, we've just had to rejig things a little bit, but it's fine, it'll all be worth it in the end. So yeah, that's the situation inside. So I will take you outside and go and have a look myself because I haven't had a look yet. So I'm just going to do a voiceover for this bit because it's really windy outside, so you can hardly hear me speak. But yeah, you can just see all of the scaffold that came today. I don't know if I've already mentioned, but there was a little bit of a delay just by like a couple of hours, and it did take them majority of the day just to put the scaffold up. So once that was up, the builders did come, and you can just see there all of the bricks sort of like stacked up ready for the bricklaying to continue tomorrow. But there wasn't really much progress in terms of like the bricklaying or anything, obviously because they couldn't go any further without the scaffold. So yeah, that's all up and done and then ready to continue tomorrow. So there's been some big changes made today. Honestly, I'm in shock. I've just opened the door. Obviously, I knew that this was happening. So obviously you saw that we'd moved all of the like kitchen appliances and stuff because they were knocking down the wall and putting up a stud wall just temporarily. So this is the size of our kitchen currently. So obviously before, well, I'll go outside and show you what it looks like, because our radiator is currently outside instead of inside. So they've put this door on here, which is great. It is all nice and secure, so that's good. But yeah, this is, I mean, look at all of this. But it's to be expected, obviously. It's not a shock at all. It's all worth it in the end. But yeah, this is the current situation. Let me take you outside and show you the situation. So this is obviously what was the rest of our kitchen. So yeah, as you can see, they've done all of the beams across like the top there, so that'll be the floor upstairs. So that's why they've had to knock down so much of our kitchen, so that they could obviously get all of those beams across, because our kitchen stuck out a little bit before, so that's why half of that has came down. But yeah, they're still just making good progress with all of the bricks. Obviously that'll just continue to get bigger basically over like the next couple of weeks. I imagine that the brick lane won't really go on for much longer, to be honest, because I mean obviously they do need to do all of the double story, but the single story at the back is not far off finished in terms of bricks, and then obviously it'll be like the roof and everything going on, which will be very, very exciting. I'm really excited for the internal walls to come down now, so that we can actually see all of like the open plan room. So just to give you a view from the front, this is how high it's getting up at the front. You can sort of see the gap a little bit better now for the window. It will be quite a big window on this side as well, but yeah, it's really getting quite high now. So this is sort of the size of what the master bedroom will be, just to give you a bit of an idea of the scale, because obviously this is going up double story. This is basically all going to be the master bedroom and like ensuite and dressing room and stuff, so that just gives you a bit of an idea on like the actual size that will be. But yeah, today's been a little bit of a crazy day. The dust inside the house now is quite bad, obviously because that walls came down, so you can't expect any less. But yeah, that's the update from today, and I will pick you up again tomorrow. So it's now Wednesday and this is how we're looking. I've been out of the house most of the day today, so I don't know exactly what it is that we're doing. I know the bricklayers were here though, and the brick up here, if you can see that bit, is getting quite high now. I'll show you on the front as well, because yeah, they're getting like well up into the second story now. So this is how it's looking from the outside. Obviously this is where the bifold doors are going, so there's not actually much brick going at the back. I'll try and show you down the side, but obviously all the scaffolds there, so it's a bit difficult for me to properly show you. Yes, I don't know whether you can see up there. You can't really get a proper idea of how high it is. But yeah, it's getting right up almost to like the bathroom window now. So yeah, that's the back, and we'll go around the front. So this is how it's looking from the front. Again, they're getting up nice and high now. Obviously the gap for the window is there, so they've put the lintel in for the window. I'm guessing they've done the same for that back kitchen window as well above, so I don't know whether from underneath there you can sort of see like the metal lintel in there. So this will all be ready for the window to go in soon, hopefully. Obviously we're reusing the dining room window for this front window, so we'll have to wait until that dining room wall comes down before they put this window in. But yeah, it's looking good. Like I said, I've been out most of the day today, so it's been quite nice to just escape for a little bit. I've just been at work, so yeah, this is how it's looking. I don't know what day we're on now, but I'm definitely not going to show you myself because my straighteners blew up on me this morning, and I look an absolute mess. So yeah, I will pick you up tomorrow and obviously show you tomorrow's progress, but just for a little bit of reality, if anybody's getting an extension done, I would definitely suggest clearing as much as you physically can, because we didn't. We only cleared what we sort of had to from this end of the kitchen so that they could knock this wall down. But I definitely wish that we'd moved this washing machine out of here and all of this food and like everything that's under the sink, even everything that's in here. This is like our plates and glasses, and just everything is literally covered in dust. So that is my one bit of advice for today, is if you get an extension or knocking down any internal walls or just anything like that, clear the room as much as you physically can, because the dust will get everywhere, trust me. Oh, hello. You've been such a good boy, haven't you? Yes, yeah, you've been so good. Nelson? Nelson, you excited to have a nice house? Yay. So yeah, just to show you in here, I know I've already showed you this situation, but obviously this back wall and this wall actually are all coming down, and I think in my head I thought if I just leave like a little bit of space here, then they'll be able to knock this wall down. But I'm realising now that we're going to have to find a home for all of this stuff, and we're going to have to move everything as far down here as we can and cover the sofas and everything, because the dust is just horrendous. So yeah, that's the update for today. So excuse the fact that it was getting a little bit dark when I was filming these clips, but today's been a very, very stressful day. I've not stopped all day. But yeah, it's definitely been the most stressful day of the extension so far. So as you can see here, the big beams have gone in. So we're going to have one of these really large beams running right across the open plan space. And we knew that from the beginning because it's such a large open plan area. But yeah, there's been a little bit of, not an issue, but the beams had to basically sit a little bit lower than we thought because of another beam that's already in the existing wall. The new beam is having to sit below the existing beam, which just means that it's sitting about 16 centimeters lower than we thought it was going to, and obviously it's already quite a large beam. So yeah, that's the situation anyways. It's fine though. We've spoken to the architect and the builder and just sort of like clarified everything. But yeah, it's been one of those days, so hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more chilled. So another day where I'm not going to show you my face because I'm an absolute mess. So is the kitchen. So it's absolutely, ignore the microwave by the way, I've just put some super noodles in the microwave, but it's absolutely tanked down, like thunder and lightning and all sorts. So obviously like the builders have not been able to do anything. They've been stood around for a couple of hours, to be honest. I think probably just waiting for it to stop. It has actually now stopped, but it's 2:30 anyways, so they've all just gone, and this is what we're left with in the kitchen. Well, the kitchen, if you could even call it a kitchen. This is our current living conditions. I actually physically can't cope, so I will take you outside and show you out there. Maybe it's a little bit later on because yeah, it has stopped raining, but it's absolutely soaking outside. and I can't be bothered to put my shoes on and stuff, so I will show you out there. To be honest, I don't really know whether they've got all that much done today, obviously because of the rain. They've only really done the morning, and they will have got stuff done, but I don't know how much there'll actually be to show. But I will take you outside anyways, and then if they're back tomorrow, I'll pick you up again tomorrow. If not, this will probably end this week's video. Things are getting really stressful now, so I think this weekend I'm just going to need a bit of time to just organise my life and get things sorted and have, well, I won't probably have time to have a chill, but yeah, I'm definitely glad that it's Friday. Good morning everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. I just wanted to pick the camera up and give you a bit of an update really. Ignore my fake tan that I haven't washed off yet. And just the state of me in general, to be honest, because it's one of those days. We're going to have a big day of just sorting and organising and stuff. Everything is getting a little bit stressful now. I think the extension is going really well, and like there's nothing major, but there's just all of these little decisions and like little tweaks that need changing. And I work from home, so I'm here all day every day, which is good, but it just means that I'm having to make like quick decisions on the spot just about like where we want windows and like, I don't know, just little things that it's just getting like quite intense now. But I'm not complaining, because obviously it's all just part and parcel of doing a renovation and like getting the extension and everything, so it's fine. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot. Plus the house now is an absolute mess. I thought it was bad before, but it's not even, it is a mess, but it's dirty now, like it's mucky. Everything is covered in dust and muck, and it's just really difficult to like sort of live in these conditions now, to be honest. So it's currently Saturday. I've obviously given you an update each day of the extension, but I thought I would just include this in this video because the builders were here first thing this morning. They were going to start doing the vaulted roof on the single story extension at the back, but for some reason they've gone and they're not doing that today. They're going off on another job, I think, because they said they're about a week and a half ahead of schedule on this job. So yeah, either way, they do work so quickly. I'm not like worried about time scale or anything. But yeah, it basically just means that we've got all weekend this weekend to just get our life together, just get a little bit organised. I think I've showed you the state of downstairs, but I will show you again. So the kitchen is really bad. That is an absolute mess. So we're going to try and set up a little sort of makeshift kitchen in probably in the little bedroom upstairs, just somewhere to put like the microwave and just some clean like plates and glasses and knives and forks and stuff, because like seriously everything downstairs is covered in muck and it's just not ideal at all. And it just obviously adds to the stress of everything when we've got nowhere decent to eat or to make food or just get a glass of water or anything. That's definitely adding to the stress of everything. So we've also got a lot of stuff in the dining room, which I think I've showed you that we moved from the kitchen when the walls were getting knocked down. But we've definitely learned our lesson now as to how bad the dust and the muck and everything is. So we're basically not going to take any chances. We need to move everything out of that dining room because the dining room wall will be coming down at some point. Not like imminently, that isn't going to be happening like tomorrow or probably not even next week, but the sooner we've got everything moved and just prepared. I'm starting to realise that you can never be too prepared when you're doing an extension or a renovation or anything. They were asking me yesterday where I wanted the window for the ensuite and where the shower was going to be going, and we haven't planned that far ahead yet. We won't be doing the bedroom or the ensuite for a long time, so I hadn't even really thought about that. But all of these things have like a knock-on effect, and yeah, you basically just need to be as prepared as possible. So yeah, I think the plan of action is I'm just sorting out upstairs. Louis nipped out, so I'm going to get upstairs a little bit more organised, so we've just got some space to bring things up. We're going to try and clear as much of the dining room as we can, and then I think Louis has got some big like tarpaulin sheets that he's basically going to attach like floor to ceiling to sort of block off that back bit of like the dining room, so when that wall is knocked down the dust is as minimal as possible, because obviously our sofas and everything are just in the front like living room bit. I'll obviously go down and show you what I mean, but yes, that is our plan for today and possibly tomorrow. We'll see how far we get today, but I'm just going to try and have a little bit of a clean. I know it's pointless like properly cleaning things, but just wait until I show you the actual state of the muck that's on everything downstairs. But yeah, I think that's all of the updates. It's been a stressful week, but yeah, I thought I would just include this in this video because that's pretty much what we're going to be doing with our weekend. Sometimes I wish I could just live Nelson's life, ignore his bits there, but he's just living the dream. He's been on his walks. Now he's just having another nap. Yeah, so I've got clean towels here that I need to put away. I've got a basket of washing here that I need to take to my mum's later on today, because obviously we don't have a washing machine now, so she's going to wash that for me. And then let's see what else we've got to do. So this is this little bedroom at the moment. This is basically where I work. Even up here is an absolute mess. I've got all of the dust on here. Yeah, I'm thinking if we can sort of move this stuff here, then this is quite a nice little area that we can just put a table and put the microwave and stuff on. And then we've got an absolute mountain of clothes in here. This is all clean washing that needs putting away, so that's what I'm going to sort out now as well. I'm going to put that into piles, put my stuff away. Louis can put his away when he gets home. And then that'll just clear a little bit of floor space in here as well, because it's all just... We've literally got all of our things in split across the well, I wouldn't even say 3 bedrooms, because the little bedroom doesn't really have much of our actual stuff in. Like, this is all... We've got Christmas things and outside cushions, and that's our Christmas tree in that red bag. And yeah, it's just an absolute state. So I'm going to tackle this now, and then we'll get started once Louis gets home.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers, don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers, don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way.
So we've got the washer up there. State of this kitchen. Got the earphone electrics. Washing needs moving, and this is all the dust. Just move everything upstairs. But yeah, I'm just going to sort of abandon this, aren't we?
Yeah, lock the door, never come back in.
Big X up here. Do not enter at all.
Can't say that.
Why? You can bleep it out, can you?
No.
Of course you can.
No.
You can bleep it out. And then there he is. All this. It's going to have to get moved upstairs, and I've got some sheeting to go across here, so when they knock this back wall down, all the dust, well, there's always going to be dust, but the dust won't necessarily like be as bad as it is in here. You know, the state of like that. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got a big dust sheet across here, and then possibly the dining table will probably stay here. But all the chairs and all the bits and bobs and that back there will all go upstairs. And then, yeah, that's it.
Right, I think the state of me is just off the scale now. But Louis just nipped out to get a couple of bits from the shop because we're running low on just like essentials. But we have had a little bit of a move around upstairs. You'll have seen a little bit of that, but I'll go and show you properly. And I've just wiped down all of the sides in the kitchen just to get like the thick muck off everything. So I'm feeling a little bit better. I'll show you what it's looking like in here. So I've just wiped down the washing machine quickly, and I've given this table a wipe as well. We'll just leave this table here with the kettle and stuff on so that the builders can still come in and just make cups of tea and stuff throughout the day. But we've taken the microwave upstairs. I've done the washing up, I've given everywhere a wipe down, I've wiped the windowsill. It feels a little bit better in here. Don't really think it's worth me like cleaning the floor and everything. I'll give the bin a wipe down, just whatever's easy to wipe and it's not gonna like take too much time and effort. I think it's worth just, yeah, giving it a quick clean just to make me feel a little bit better. So then upstairs, I'll give you an update of how these bedrooms are looking. So it doesn't look like it at the moment because the hoover's in there, but I've given the whole bathroom a big clean because it definitely needed it. So that's good. This is the second bedroom now. So we've moved the dressing table and the rails that were here. There was like 2 clothes rails there. We've moved those, so there's a lot of space in here to bring stuff upstairs, which is good, because when my dressing table was over here, it meant that we needed like a clear walk, well, I needed a clear walkway to get to it, and then we couldn't put anything sort of in front of it. So this is all just like dead space now that we can basically just fill, which is good. And then our bedroom is where everything's gone basically. So my dressing table's over there. I need to give that a quick sort out. There's a few things on the bed that I need to sort out, and then we've got our clothes here on these rails. So yeah, but this is a nice spacious room, so this isn't too, it doesn't take up too much of the room basically. So this is how it'll be for the foreseeable future. And then the little bedroom, which is where I work, so this is where I've got my desk, so I do still need to be able to work in here. But we've just brought this pop-up table up here that we did have in the kitchen previously. We've just put the microwave on there, we've got our food down there, and yeah, we'll just bring up maybe a few plates and glasses and mugs and stuff that can just keep clean up here. And this is obviously where we'll come to like make our food basically. I'm going to bring the washing up bowl and everything upstairs and put that in the bath so that we can wash things in the bath. And yeah, just try and live from upstairs basically. So this is how everything is looking so far. It is now like Saturday afternoon. I think it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we are going out a little bit later. So there's probably not much more that I can do. Louis might be able to do a little bit more like moving things, because obviously he doesn't take as long to get ready. But I think I'm going to jump in the shower and just get myself sorted and ready to go out, and then we can continue tomorrow if we need to. What are you doing?
It's a build inside barber shop, isn't it? So while Neve is upstairs measuring for like the radiator plan and the plumbing plan, I've moved everything that was in here, apart from that. That can get sorted out as and when, because we're a bit ahead, and all that's all of the fabrics and stuff that she's probably showed you. So I'm just letting her move that so I don't get no blame if anything goes missing or if anything's damaged. But I managed to get hold of some like dust sheet, so now all that's clear from about here. I'm just going to make like a tent going across. I'm going to drill it at the ceiling, drill it at the floor, have a slot in the middle, just so when they do knock that wall down, I can, like, it's not bad dust. There's some sort of like protection. I'll probably put dust sheets over here as well. All this won't be here, but there'll be dust sheets as well, and then it just stops like the mass amount coming through. And then it's already too late in here, so I'm just going to leave that. But yeah, that's the plan. Not the little brick.
You better follow that.
I will.
Right, get out of that sound, get right down. Get that in that arm. Right? Push. You do it.
Is that how much I want?
Yeah, tell me if you want. Just put it on there and grab it. And you get down there. Yeah, all of it. Now what? Down that like that. Come down in position. To the height of that. That's it. Yeah. Level it.
No fixing that.
Oh, God. You've got it now. You made a mess.